to show you now a little bit more the sophisticated programs which were the target for the Apple III build. So what needs a lot of memory and a lot of disk space? Well, database programs. One of the database programs I want to show you is Applefile. So Applefile is a software which was developed and also sold by Apple. So back then they had also really the goal to do some software that was necessary because there wasn't too much interest in the Apple III from other software developers. In 1983 was already clear not too many people will write software for the Apple III. So Apple tried its best to give it a push. Applefile is a database program. It's not too bad if you consider it's from 1980 and it's made for a PC. It's not a mainframe computer, it's for a PC. So you have a 5 megabyte drive. You can store there thousands of data points, which should be enough for a small business. If you're a multinational company, yeah, you're not using something like that. But that wasn't the target. The target was small businesses, medium businesses. So what I want to show you is I've used it also a little bit. So we work with an existing database. The database is called Reloader because this is all the data for reloading my cartridges for my guns. So first we can have a look at the database. This is all stored on the hard disk. I don't go now in details what is what, that's not the focus of here. I just want to show you what you can do with the database. So here's the database point. I can say get it and show me the details. And that is all the information I stored for my reloading. I don't go again, not in the details. This is a different topic. So I press escape and let's say we want to print these things. So we go and say print reports. So I want to set up my report format. First thing, I have here general printing things. Remember, I told you the clock which is built in is only taking care about the last 2 digits of the year, 20. The software thinks everything happens in 19 something. So now the date is 1920. But luckily I can change this. That's why this mask is for. So I say it's 2020, not 1920. And another thing I want to change is I want to do it to the screen and not to the printer. So I accept this. Now we have to define columns. I add a column. And also here the software is quite nice because you have shortcuts, and if you forgot what are the fields, you press a shortcut and it tells you, oh, these are all the field names. So the first field should be a cartridge. It tells you its type of text, column width. You can change these things. I accept this. The next is, well, let's say powder typo, yeah. Type. I accept it. And let's say the last thing we want to print out is a powder weight. And I accept this. So I'm done. Press escape. I have everything what I want now. I don't want to choose any other special selection rules or so. And so now I say, please print this. and it will search now through the database, find everything, and you can see it. So cartridge, powder weight, and it prints it for all the data points I have. I can also select and say, okay, just a specific cartridge. I don't want to see all the Weatherby stuff. I want to see only 9mm parabellum. I can do this. I haven't done it here just for the sake of making it quick and short. So I interrupt this. So this is one of the software which is really the target of the Apple III. Lots of data. You could also think about that there is a traveling salesman, and he has all his customers' names and remarks and what have they purchased from him, and so that is in this database. So yes, I want to do this, and I want to leave now. Don't like this. Nobody likes that. So that is something where you can use as a small business a database, and that's what an Apple II in 1980 would have more troubles, because you had only 150K disk drives, couldn't store a lot of data on it, or you had to have lots of disk drives, floppies to store all this data. It would be a nightmare. So having a 5 megabyte hard drive with all this data on it would be much easier. So the video is already way too long, and I guess I have to split it again in two parts, because YouTube only allows me to upload 15 minutes of videos until I have 1,000 subscribers or so. I don't know if I ever reach this goal, so I can't make very long videos. I have to split it in 15-minute sections. I thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoy my Apple III a lot, and so the next part of the whole series is a conclusion. I want to just make a summarize of what we found on the Apple III, what it was doing it, and I want to put this in perspective to this I always want to say a rumor that this was a huge failure. Yes, commercially Apple III was a failure, but the development of this machine was for sure no failure. There are so many things coming out of the Apple III which were used for Apple's future that you can't put even in a price tag on it what this development was doing for Apple. But more in the final episode where we draw the conclusions. Thank you very much, and see you soon.